Yeah. So it seems like the world has implemented a very unified approach to the corona crisis. I'm talking about global lockdown everywhere. But the continents are so different from each other, both economically and culturally. Just Africa as a continent, that's 54 countries, different economies, hundreds of languages, tribes, etc. But there are certain things which you can see that happen in the same way. Obviously, online travel has totally become shut down, and already the estimations tell that the total loss in online travel because of this particular crisis will be 10 times the size of the total losses which we incurred after 9/11. However, I think there's a silver lining to this, because when you look deeper into online travel sector, you will realize that on the hotel booking side, you have actually a duopoly. There's a Booking.com holding and Expedia holding that together control 80% of all the online bookings. You can name many different online brands. They probably belong to one of these holdings. When you look at airline tickets sales, 80% of all the airline tickets sold, maybe 75, 70, are controlled by any one of two systems, another duopoly, Amadeus and Sabre. Those type of companies are huge, are big, and slow in response. They don't really have that much cash free floating, as you would expect. They're going to get a huge hit right now. A lot of small companies in travel industry will die, but it's much easier for those companies to also resurrect. And when the crisis ends and new companies will start to build their positions from scratch again, those big monsters will not have as much power to keep the status quo as they used to have. So I believe that there's a chance to leveling out the playing field. On top of the fact that people won't travel as much, they would prefer to travel maybe closer home to also be able to go back home. They will prefer to choose smaller resorts, smaller hotels, more going to villas, boutique hotels, not to stay around too many people at once. So that's also a chance for the long tail of the industry, because the big hotels, the big resorts will definitely get a hit because the travel habits might change.